Hello folks, today it's time to do a battle. I've been looking forward to this one for a time now, both for its historical importance and also because I think it looks like a fun scenario, just game-wise. So it will be Leuctra 371 BC, which was one of the, if not the important event that led to loosening of the Spartan iron grip over the Greek city-states, other Greek city-states, both actually outside of Peloponnesus, but also inside Peloponnesus, because as one of the aftermath of these battles was that as the Spartans lost very many men, and I mean real Spartans killed this in battle, actually including the king. They were not able to firmly hold a grip over their former allies anymore either, so it kind of started to dissolve the Peloponnesian alliances and stuff like that. So this is really the big event that started the decline of the Spartan hegemony. So really interesting battle in that way, and of course at this point of time it's the Thebans who are their counterparts. So what led up to this battle was, we have seen lots of rebellions and hostilities between the Spartans and other Greeks, and quite often it's the Thebans who oppose them, as in the Corinthian War, and also after the Corinthian War, as the last battle, Tegira, we saw the Thebans and the Spartans clash, this small battle we did, and again we see those two factions here, and what happened was that the king of Sparta, Cleombrotos, by the way, he's the son of Pausanias, who we saw in some battle in the 400s, if you remember the Battle of Piraeus. Cleombrotos' father was fighting the Athenian rebels there. That was a scenario a few months back, I guess, that I played. Anyway, his son Cleombrotos marched up with an army, and he didn't take the usual route from Peloponnesus, or after he exceeded Peloponnesus, but he marched through some hills, actually managed to capture some Theban triremes, and took some fortress, I guess, and stuff like that, and so he kind of took an unexpected route to Boeotia, and the Thebans were kind of caught by surprise about that. Anyway, at one point he camped near a village named Leuctra, and the Thebans knew of that, and they were marching up to meet him at that site. So both armies drew up their lines. It's a fairly big battle with many thousand hoplites on both sides, and as usually the Spartans deploy their, as was the custom in the Greek battles. The right hand side was the side of honor, and so the Spartans deployed the real Spartans here together with the king, and some weaker forces towards the center and left, their allies, mostly Peloponnesian allies here, and also a small contingent of cavalry. Now the Thebans, led by this brilliant man, Epaminondas, is a really great guy. I mean, unfortunately, you could say he died in a later on in another battle that we will play. But I mean, if this guy could have lived, he would have. I'm sure he would have done some big work for the Thebans, and maybe, I mean, he kind of created a Theban hegemony after this, and that could have been really strong if it hasn't died. And if that would have happened, who knows what would happen with the Macedonians after this, because the Thebans were overthrown by the Macedonians later on. That we will see in some later battles. But anyway, this guy brought in some innovations to this battle. First of all, he didn't deploy his best troops, including the Sacred Band, on his right-hand side. That was customary. So you started with both sides often started their attacks on the right-hand side with the best troops, trying to rout the enemy left, and then kind of met in the middle and then tried to rout the other army. But in this case, he deployed his best forces on the left-hand side. And the thing is that the Spartans were numerically more in this battle, quite many actually. I mean, there were several thousand in between. I think the Thebans had some 6,000 hoplites, and Spartans about 10,000. It doesn't say here, but if I remember this correctly, I read up on it before I played this game. So I think it was kind of somewhere in the numbers of 10,000 Spartan hoplites and their allies, and the other side 6,000. So what he did was to really weaken his right and kind of his center. As you can see here on the right hand side, we only have some auxiliaries and light troops. Also deploy them a bit backwards from his left, so they were in a kind of a advanced oblique line here. And here he deployed his best troops, as said, including the Sacred Band, and he deployed them in a extremely deep formation. This was 50 men deep, and that's really extraordinary. I mean, the Thebans had experimented with deep phalanxes before. I think we saw some battle with a 25 men deep phalanx. But anyway, I think this was not seen before. I mean, a 50 shields deep. So by that they were, by sheer force, tried to just break through the Spartan elite forces here. And that is actually what happened, because they started to advance, and well, first of all, there was a cavalry clash, and the Thebans have a superiority in cavalry. They had 2 cavalry units in this game against the Spartan 1. So the cavalry clashed, the Spartans lost the cavalry battle, and when the cavalry did the rout or retreat, they caused some disarray in the Spartan lines here. And also the Spartans were kind of seeing this strange line of battle at the Thebans. So they were kind of starting to reorganize their line, and at that point the Sacred Band and the Thebans attacked. So they caught the Spartans a bit by surprise when they were doing some reforming, and hit them very hard, killed Cleombrotos in that battle, and eventually routed the Spartans. When the Spartan allies saw that happening, they routed too, and Epaminondas was victorious. And as said, that has had a big impact on the future of Greece. Yeah, I think that's more or less what there is to say about this battle. Anyway, so we could actually check the war council then. So we have the Thebans with 6 cards, and they move first. Then we have the Spartans with 5 command cards, and we will do the battle until one side reaches 5 banners. Now, maybe you have you have your own booklet and checking it out, and you see, hey, this is not the Leuctra I have in my booklet, and that could be true because there are actually 2 official Leuctra scenarios in the Commands and Colors Ancient system. The first one is in the first expansion, the Greece and Eastern Kingdoms, I think it's the name of that expansion. There's a Leuctra within that booklet, and this is from the 6th expansion, the Sparta expansion. So I guess this is a kind of a revised one, so I will go with this one. And no, this also holds the hoplite rules and these Spartan special 5 unit blocks, or 5 block units, and so I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, back to the War Council and special rules. So we had the Sacred Band, which is located in the far left of the Theban line. So they always score a hit with leader symbols, and they may by themselves ignore 1 flag. So he's kind of a supported unit, even though he's not. It's not connected to 2 units here. Then we have a hoplite infantry rule in effect, and as usually I will not employ that rule to these heavies. And then we have these 3 Spartan units, which will be 5 block units together with Kleombrotos here. So here we go. Here we have the setup, and as usually we check the battle lines, and let's start from the left, from the Spartan allies here. So we have some hoplites here, we have an auxiliary unit, and on the center we have, well, the cavalry placed in front of the main battle line, and that's basically because there was a cavalry battle or clash before the main battle started, so I think this symbolizes that, so they will probably clash early on in this game as well. Then we have the center line, hoplites, auxiliaries, and here we have also some skirmishers in the front. And then we have the Spartan right hand side connecting to the center, but there's a gap here. We have 2 auxiliaries, and then we have those, well, we could call them real Spartans, right? And the king in the center unit there. And the Theban line, if we start from the right over here, that's the really weak point here. I mean, only 2 auxiliaries and a light unit up there, so not much here. So if the Spartans will reach these guys, they could be toast pretty soon. But as you see, the gap here is very long. I mean, it's 5 hexes in between already, so I don't know if we'll see anything there. Let's see. Then we have the center section with 2 cavalry up front. Then we have 2 hoplites in the back and a skirmisher in between. And then we have this famous guys here, the Sacred Band, along with other hoplites, all depicted as heavy infantry here. And as you can see, we have this special unit block there, that's the Sacred Band. And we also have an auxiliary unit there. So that's it. And Epaminondas is over here. And well, what's the battle plans then? Well, for the Spartans, well, I think they can expect that the Thebans will attack in the center first, trying to get that cavalry. I guess that's going to happen. Otherwise, the Thebans will be, I guess, quite passive on their center and their right hand side. So if we have the cards for it and we get the time and don't have to tend too much here, we will start marching up both the center and our left hand side to meet those weaker guys, and hopefully can grab some victory banners from there. Over here we will not go for the attack, I guess, unless we got very good cards for it, then we could advance. But I mean, I'm I'm actually thinking, if possible, we could retreat with this line, trying to hold them back as much as possible, giving time for these guys to advance. And I mean, okay, the Thebans will come after us, and they will clash eventually. And I think, I mean, we have good guys here. We are not toothless here. So if these guys reaches us and we get the first hits in, actually those guys can be in trouble. And remember, they only had 4 blocks, even in the Sacred Band. So they are not invincible by that. So we could get some good hits on them. But we need to remember those are heavies. They have leader with them and the Sacred Band. So we will probably exchange here and can expect that the Thebans will gain more banners than we do, but we should get some banners over here as well. But if we could get some banners here, we could win the battle. I mean, it's only five victory banners, so a few good raids or attacks here could do it. And if they don't attack with the cavalry, we might start moving the cavalry over here and harass those guys. That's a possibility, but we need to be careful because those cavalry can hit us hard if we leave the back and flanks open. So for the Thebans then, well, when I talked about the Spartans, I already mentioned some of the battle plans for them. They will be passive here. I will do some initial attack with the cavalry if possible, because as I see, I can directly ride in behind that guy, stripping those out of any retreatal paths, and then we can attack them with 2 cavalry, and that should do it. So we could get a quick banner there, and then hopefully we can get our cavalry back to our line before they got hit by the center, and we can always evade, you know. And over here, well, we just want to rush it forward. I mean, the first priority is the cavalry, to get that Spartan cavalry out of the way, and the second priority, which also will be the priority of the rest of the game, I guess, is to get forward with the Thebans and take out these Spartan hoplites. That's basically it. So nothing too much of rocket science here, but just clash and hope for good cards and good rolls as usual. All right, so let's do it. Here we have the cards, and Theban starts. They have 6 cards, remember. So what do we have? We have what's that? It's a counter-attack. Okay, interesting. 3-unit center that could help us out with a cavalry attack. Then we have a leadership any section with a counter-attack. We have the order light troops. Well, not that many lights, but a few. We have a double time. Well, that will come in handy. This is... Maybe we should even start with this one now. Oh my. Okay, let's check this last card out, and this will not help us because it's on our right hand side. We don't have any leader, and we're probably don't gonna have any leader there. One thing that is a bit special about this battle is that both sides only have 1 leader actually. So as I see it, I have 2 good options. 3-unit center, and we get that cavalry, or we do the double time and charge with the main line already before the Spartans may retreat back with their Spartan hoplites. So you know what I used to do in these situations, so I will roll for it. So 1 to 3, we do the historical option, let's call it that. We start the attack with the cavalry. And if we roll 4 to 6, we'll go right away with the Theban infantry and attack with double time. So let's see what it is. It's a cavalry option. Okay, let's go for the historical option here then. 3-unit center. So of course that will be those guys and those guys. And we could actually move 1 more troop. I know I have the double time coming up, so I could start moving up something else here. let's do it like this. We can start throwing some javelins here on those Spartan hoplites. Okay, so for the movement, I will ride back here to prevent those guys from retreating, and these guys will just... let's go there. Yeah. And those guys will... yeah, they have moved already. So let's start with a skirmish fight. So we throw our javelins against the hoplites, and we missed. And then we got these attacks, and we start up here. It's 3 dice. And we got 1 retreat flag. Well, I think that could be enough, because those guys, I'm pretty sure, must retreat 3 hexes. But let me double check that. I'm gonna fetch the game chart. Just a moment. Yeah, so medium cavalry retreats 3 hexes per flag. And those guys are not supported, so they need to retreat. They don't have any hexes to retreat, so they actually loses 3 blocks by that, giving the Thebans the first banner. And that's not all. We can advance and even go 1 more if you want, but I don't see that necessary, so I will attack again against those lights who cannot evade. So I think we're gonna get another banner here with the 2 attacks. But those are though supported. Anyway, we got in 2 hits on the lights. They will hit back. They missed. So these guys are done. And now we have a second attack coming. We would need 2 hits. We only got 1. That was too bad, actually. Too bad. They hit back. And actually got in 1 hit. So there's a desperate fight here in front of the lines. Yeah, that's it. At least I don't think that the light units can evade through own troops. I hope I don't play this wrong. So, it's the Spartans then. Okay, light troops. And outflanked. Could be something. 2 units center. 3 in the left. Or 2 in the center. Well. Well. I think I'm gonna play, no, I'm gonna play light troops. That would, I can activate 5 lights with that. So I'm gonna activate 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And with this card I can move Lightfoot units through friendly units. So these guys will now just, you know, retire back from the behind the phalanx line there. So we're gonna move up these guys. We're gonna move up these guys. And we're gonna move up these guys for some ranged fire. So let's start with the ranged fire then. So those guys, 1 die attack against that auxiliary. They got the retreat flag, which these guys must take, so they go back 1. This means the other auxiliary don't have any target anymore, but we have a nice solid Spartan line here now, kind of overflanking those guys now. That could be good. And here we're gonna attack. I don't know if there's any... No, I think I'm gonna begin with these guys. Because if those... Yeah, they will of course try to evade, that's for sure. Yeah, they will evade. But anyway, I will try to get them first, so I will roll 3 dice, hope for blue. I got 1. These are severely hit now. And then they evade back there. The second attack we will evade again, but we do the attack. Well, too bad they did evade, otherwise we had killed them. But they did evade and did so successfully, so they got away there. So, interesting situation here. And that was the Spartan turn. Happy I got that guy off the front line in some kind of safety there. Here we go. Then it's the Thebans again. And this time, well, the situation has changed a bit, to be honest. I mean, now we have one unit that's really in a dangerous situation, so I would like to play the double time now, but I'm not sure I'm gonna do that. Or we sacrifice that unit to get these things going here. But at least it looks like the Spartans are moving up instead of down, so we could wait 1 more turn before we attack actually. So I will roll for it again. If I play 4 to 6, I will actually play the right leadership card just to get away from that bad card, and I also by that can retreat back my medium cavalry there instead of them getting killed. But if I roll 4 to 6, I will go for the big one now and do the double time. So let's see what it is. Okay, we'll go for the double time. We sacrifice those cavalries, and now it's time to engage the Spartan right. So 4 of UV units, foot units there is, they need to be linked. They move 2 hexes and still engage in close combat. Now, I could get my whole front line into action, but that would leave my 4th heavy infantry way back there, and I don't want that to see happening, because I know I have a line command I could use next time. So I want to get those guys with me, so I will leave actually the auxiliary there. So I will order these 4 guys and also those, and now it's time to hit hard. So we go there, we go there, we go there, and let's put those guys there. Okay, so where do we want to start the attack then? Would be nice to get Kleombrotos and his guys killed, of course. So maybe we should start with a Sacred Band attacking Kleombrotos. We'll do that. So we got 5 dice. Let's see, they can handle 2 flags, but you know, it's kills I'm looking for now. So let's see, it's water roll by the Sacred Band. It's 5 hits, and the whole 5 block Spartan unit is down. That was an amazing roll. Let's start with grabbing the victory banner. I mean, this is I mean, this could be it. I mean, this was too bad of a hit on the Spartans, I guess, in a one blow. No battle back. We need to see what Kleombrotos, how he's handled the situation. He needs to retreat, so he will go back 3 hexes. Back here, I guess. Maybe she should get back there. Yeah. Now he can reach both the Spartan hoplite units. Okay, these guys could advance, but they cannot battle anymore, even though they had a Sacred Band, because they need had the leader with them to do that. But I will not advance. I will keep mass frontage against that next Spartan unit there. But we start with the next one. It's 5 dice again. And this time we got in 3 hits and a flag. Pretty heavy hit again. And bad thing for the Spartans is that they need to take that flag because they are not supported. But I will retreat back there to still give these guys support anyway. And I will not momentum advance, just to keep the line. Okay, then we have one left, and that's Epaminondas himself, who will attack that auxiliary unit. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 hits. They survived actually, and may battle back. But that was a complete miss. The flag, of course, can be ignored by the Thebans, and I must say that was an extremely good and unexpected. I mean, this is kind of cool. This also reflects the history a bit. You know, the Spartans were kind of reforming their line, and then the Thebans attacked, and that's perfectly depicted by the action, by the double time here. Suddenly, the Thebans are upon the Spartan line, right? Really cool. This is why I love this system. I mean, these things just keep happening with the cards. So we grab them a card, place them there, and now it's the Spartans who I think will be a bit desperate here now. Okay, they also got the double time now, but maybe, oh, I don't know. I also would like to get Kleombrotos into some kind of... Oh man, I mean, I want to rescue those guys. I mean, they are dead if I don't do anything. But if I activate those guys, I have only one option to do that, or 2 actually, the double time. Maybe that actually could be alright this time, to play that guy to get away from the Thebans. The other one would be to play this card, but you know, using 2 units to move away with those guys, I don't know, it's... Maybe I do that anyway. I will play this. I wanted to get those guys, or the king to those guys, but and I could do that with this card, but I think it's more important to get away with these guys. So I mean, he's out of reach and there's no cavalry here, so but I'm afraid what will happen with those guys next turn. Anyway, we activate those guys, and here we will do an auxiliary, and we will start moving up one of these. Sorry, there we are, the hoplites. So these guys move there. They can do a range attack, hoping to get a hit on those guys, and by that get our first banner. These guys will just move up. These guys can rush 2 hexes, so they will rush back here, and these guys join the line here. So at least we got them joined together in a line, but it doesn't look too good with the scattered units here. And we have 1 attack, and that's the ranged attack from here, and we would need a blue. No, we got the flag, so we actually help these guys to retreat even further back into their lines. So this was kind of a bad roll. Not much going the Spartans' way right now, but that's how it is. Okay, let's check out the Thebans. Yeah, line command, coordinated attack, light troops. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to discard a card I played last turn. It was this one. Sorry about that. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. What did I do last time? Didn't I play this? I should have 6 cards here. Oh no, I didn't. I played the double time. Sorry. I was confused. I rolled for it. Now I remember. So I rolled if I would play that card or the double time. And I played the double time. Yeah. Sorry. A bit confused here. So, all good. So we have a counterattack that would be an outflanked. We had line command. We have leadership any section. That will be the leader plus 3 units. Pretty good. Coordinated. Could be pretty good. And then we have this bad card, but we could order 1 unit of our choice. That could be good, like when we have one more banner to get, and we could play this just to activate just the right unit. But let's see. I think the line command and the leadership any section is kind of both are kind of good, but I think I'll go with the line command this time. So that will be this whole line here. So I will. Let's see how we do this. Bad thing, I will need to break up my line now, I think. Because I want to get 2 attacks on those guys. Yeah, the Sacred Band will stay, and these guys will move here. These guys will move here. These guys here. Let's move up our auxiliaries there. They cannot attack, by the way. No, sorry, they can only go 1. Because this was a line command, so they could do a ranged combat if there's still a possibility. Alright, that's it. So let's start here with the Sacred Band. Remember, we hit with the leader symbols. We got, well, only 1 hit actually, and then 2 flags that these guys need to take. That's too bad because they got away. These guys doesn't have any target, but the Sacred Band will take the ground here and start. I mean, we have enough forces to get that guy eventually. Here we start with a. Yeah, who should we start with? I think we start with Animondas here. So 5 dice. And we're looking for green ones actually this time, and he only got this one. So they force them to retreat. They will go back there. Yeah. But the good thing is I can at least pursue him and do another attack, because I have the leader with me. So here comes another attack. Let's hope for a better roll. And now they don't have any retreat paths anymore, but they are supported now. So we've got 1 hit and 2 flags. 1 hit they need to take first of all, and they are supported, so 1 flag they can ignore, but the other flag actually inflicts a hit on them. So these guys don't have any target, and these guys don't have any targets. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good, not perfect, but we are forcing our way into the Spartan lines and we are weakening them really hard now. Let's put it in the middle here. That's oops. We sort it out later. Okay, here's the Spartans. Okay, another outflanked. A double time. Maybe it's time to hit back now. We need to do something with our hoplites now. We cannot just stand here and wait for our doom. So we need to, we need to kill some Thebans now. So we're gonna play the double time and order as many hoplites we can. 1, 2. Let's do it like this. So here we're gonna attack. Here we're gonna attack. Those guys will probably evade, or will they? I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess the cavalry will evade. So I will actually move those guys here and those guys here. They cannot attack. So let's start here, and I will evade with the cavalry. We still got our 3 dice though. Hoping for blue symbols. Nope, so the cavalry evasion was okay there. And then we have the main attacks here, and we'll start here. We have 4 dice and hoplite attack against Epaminondas himself. So we got 1 hit in, right? And then we're gonna check the fate of Epaminondas. He's okay, and will of course battle back. A bit desperate by the Spartans, but they need to do something, right? And they got in 1, 2, 3 hits. This is a lost cause, sorry Spartans. 3 hits and a flag, but I am support, so I could ignore it, but I will not. I will retreat away from those. But we have a flank attack coming in. I mean, I really need a good roll for the Spartans for once now. Come on. Well, this was a bit better. 2 hits and a flag. The flag they can ignore, but they're down to 1 block now. And we're gonna check what happens with Epaminondas as well. He's okay, but barely. So they stand their ground and will battle back. And this time, well, pretty clear who's ruling the battlefield here. It's 4 hits. This Spartan allied phalanx is wiped out. We now got our 3rd banner for the Thebans. But we got Epaminondas' phalanx really beaten up here now, but maybe he can relocate to another unit. Let's see, it's the Thebans again. 3 center. I mean, I need 2 banners, so I will start. I'll start doing some. I mean, if I'm lucky, I could get it already now. I mean, we could get those guys and those guys probably. Yeah. I will take my chances for that. So I'll play 3 in the center. I'll try to end this now. So it will be these guys, and what else? Well, let's put the auxiliary into action. So we'll go here, and I will go here, and I'll go here. So I'll start with throwing some javelins here. And that's a hit. Okay. Good initial skirmishing here before the main attack of that hoplite, Theban hoplite unit, or a heavy infantry unit. And now I need 1 hit. And we got that. So these guys are gone. We got the 4th banner. And let's advance. And then the last one. We need one more banner now to win, and we attack those auxiliaries. It's 5 dice. We have a leader with us. That should be easy peasy. Yes, it was easy peasy. So, by that, the Thebans got their 5th banner, and the battle ended there. Well, what can I say? This was a Theban steamroller. I mean, lucky with the double time. They got the quick one with the cavalry, as in history. They got their line consolidated up there, no fears. I mean, if the Spartans would have advanced here, they have a pretty good cluster of units who could retaliate. Only shaky thing here is one cavalry unit got pretty badly beaten here, but it got away. So, not even there the Spartans managed to get a banner. Over here they got totally overthrown by that surprise attack by the Thebans, who with their heavy infantry rushed 2 hexes in one go and did those devastating attacks. You remember that first attack from the Sacred Band, inflicting 5 hits in one go, eliminating one of these 5 block units, just like that. And well, already there we saw how this gonna end, right? So only good thing for the Spartans is that Kleombrotos survived this time. He probably ran away, but humiliated, and yeah, as we can see, the Sparta glory has faded really much now, and this is also what happened in history at this time. So a big victory for the Thebans. Their 50 rank deep phalanx there was victorious. A good strategy by Epaminondas, and or Epaminondas his name is, and well, good battle. quick one. I was expecting, okay, it's only 5 banners, but anyway, I was actually expecting this to be a bit more dragged out affair, to be honest, but things went so fast over there, so a blink of an eye, this battle was over and the Spartan lines in full route. And as you can see, it's only, I mean, remnants and troops scattered all along. I mean, they started the counterattack. The auxiliaries up there are still in good formation, but when they look on to the left and right, there's no one there. They are pretty alone. They have Thebans soon to be on the rear of them, and they have this big cluster of allies checking Theban allies, checking them there from the front. So in a real situation, these guys would be doomed as well. I mean, they can't get anywhere. If they try to, they have the cavalry in their backs. So they're done for. And so this is a decisive victory for the Thebans, I'd say. So, by that, I think we can close this one here, and let's see what's up next. I think it's the battle that will be so unfortunate for Epaminondas in the history, where he fell. It's the Battle of Mantinea. So we will see the Spartans and the Thebans clash once more. I think that's the last one where we will see Thebans and Spartans clash, and we will not see many Spartan battles after this one. Of course, it will be Mantinea, and I think there is one more a bit later when we come to Philip of Macedon. But that's another story. So I'm looking forward to play Mantinea next time, and I hope you will be there as well. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.